All right, so here's how I treat it painting. Hemi-gouache, first of all, infuriates me. Because the black and some of the like blue tones are like a little bit reflective when all the rest of them are this lovely matte. The matte makes it so easy to like photograph and work with in the light. And then it's just like, oh, what if the darkest colors were kind of shiny? Anyway. So we see over here, I got some colors I've mixed up. My palette is, people are like, oh, my palette's so gross. Mine is the grossest that I've ever seen because of all the times it's been rehydrated. Here's my trick. When I rehydrate my gouache, I don't fucking mix it up. It will absorb the water or it won't. It'll get mixed, like it gets, by the time I use it, I mix it up and I use it. All right, so here is what I do. And I'm always looking to elevate this process a little bit. I want more out of it. So I used to just do grid drawings. Now I think I have a new method because of this ingenious guy on TikTok who I do not remember his name. I don't even really remember what he does. Okay, so I got my picture here. I got my grid. You'll notice there's some parts in neon green. All right. All right, so what I do here is, well, right now I got it on 2 colors because I like to compare, but I got this blue, right? I got this blue that I've color picked. I've color picked from somewhere. I think from like right there. I color picked it, right? So I color pick a blue, all right? And then I match it this blue. Now the blue looks really saturated because of the camera, but also with hemi-gouache, the more water you add to it, the lighter it looks. So it's important when you're trying to color match that you lay a stroke down and you let it fully dry, which will take longer than you want. All right, but you gotta let it do that. Go do something else for a little while. Right now, I'm trying a method of just like working on. I'm gonna see about working multiple paintings at once, just to ease my frazzled mind. Okay, you color match it. All right, I'm gonna show you the real trick. This is Procreate, obviously, like every other person in the world has. All right. Okay, so what you do is, this is a lot of layers to do one simple thing. All right, you get a difference layer. Hold on, you get a difference layer, all right? Oh, first of all, okay, I'll explain what the guy on TikTok taught me. The guy on TikTok, basically, his idea was he was doing a mural, I believe, on a garage door. He, like me, I believe, liked grid drawings. You don't want to grid a whole garage door. That sounds like a nightmare. Even like scaled up. So what he would do was he would take his spray paint and he would draw like a squiggle, like a complicated squiggle over the whole area. He would take a picture of that. He would overlay the image he would overlay his reference image onto the garage door. And then he would do it like you do a grid drawing where you're like, where that like helps you map it out onto the paper. This is a revolutionary technique. I am going to do it to cheat at painting even more than you thought any one woman possibly could. Okay? So what I have done is this is an image I took of my painting a couple of paint layers back. So before I put this like black in, I mean, there's some difference, but like not a ton, but mostly I've been trying to focus on this area. So I've been, you can see, hold on. You can't see because of the reflective. There's some difference, but what I have done is I have taken this image, all right? I have taken an image with my thing, because I have had a chronic problem with my grid drawings that after I get multiple paint layers on there, it starts drifting. My proportions will drift. And the composition won't look like the mock-up that I've had. And then I get very frustrated. All right, so things start drifting. All right, this is going to fix everything. This is the first time I've done a painting with this new method of cheating. All right. And it just helps. It's just like, I know my ability to paint without it. I don't know. I'm not going to defend myself. I'm going to call it cheating. That's part of the reason I want to make a video like this, is I want people to know how I do this. I don't ever want somebody to feel like I've lied to them if they find out how I'm doing it. So what I have done is you can see I have, as best as possible, lined up where the still visible parts of my grid. There are some parts that don't really fit. That's okay. That's okay. Lined up my grid with the reference image. All right. Here's my reference image of Barrett. Love him. Love you, Barrett. Best boy. Best husbando. Okay. Now that I've told you how I'm doing the referencing this time. And so that way it can just be like, oh my gosh, like this like flap was supposed to be here. It has drifted to over here, and I don't have to worry about like redrawing my grid and then having to cover up my grid again later. Because with gouache, that's definitely been an issue. Okay, so what I do, I've been doing this for a long time. It's so ridiculous. Okay, so I have my blue, and I've color matched my blue. The blue that I've color picked from my reference image, all right? I'm like, part of me feels like I'm gonna blow your mind, but also I might not. Okay. So, I take the color that I've picked, I lay down a difference layer, all right? Difference layer. Then, shut up. Then I lay down a color layer just to desaturate everything. All right. Then you lay down, here, I'm going to skip one right now. Then you lay down a hard mix layer with, that's usually going to be pretty high. Now, you'll notice that these black areas are areas that are close. Now, the difference always seems to favor luminosity over like hue and color. So primarily, these are the areas in the painting with a similar value to this blue. All right. I used to make like little like graphic design things in Photoshop like this in high school when Photoshop wasn't a subscription service. All right, I also have this add layer in here just so I can really be specific. So like these areas are even closer in color to this blue. All right, then I have a difference layer just to turn those areas white. Then I have a darker color green. And so on top of all of that, I have the original image of my painting, which is which I have as a screen layer. All right. And now I see the areas on my painting that need that would benefit from this hue, that would benefit from this color I've mixed up, and that match that luminosity. And, you know, I don't always follow it to a T, but this is basically, sometimes I'll joke that, like, basically how I paint is I turn everything into a paint by numbers. All right? I say joke, it's kind of true, you know? So, I mean, take that for as much cheating as you want. Yeah. There we go. 10 minutes isn't bad. Okay. And that's how I cheat at painting.